What's up, everybody? Let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Yeah! What's up, everybody? What's up? It's a ripoff of Peter McKinnon. I'm not any good like that. Let's talk 35mm film. Let's go. So I recently did something that I haven't done in a very long time. That was shoot 35mm still film. It's honestly been like 3-4 years since I've even touched my film camera. The idea kind of sparked in me because I found some film that a friend had given me several years ago that I hadn't even touched yet. Now, in your mind, you might be saying, what's the value in that even? It's old, it's archaic, nobody does it anymore, it's expensive, it takes a long time, you don't get to see what you're shooting. And all of those are very true and very good points. I realized there was a lot of valuable lessons to be learned in videography and cinematography through still photography. Not just still photography, but specifically film stills. As I was shooting, I found myself thinking about a lot of aspects of cinematography that I hadn't thought about in a very long time. It honestly convinced me that every cinematographer, every videographer should be shooting 35mm still film. Now, I don't think this is something that you should do every week, every month, every time you go out and shoot. It is very expensive. I can't afford to spend $40 every time I just want to go take some photos. But that brings me to my first point, that you have to know where you came from to know where you want to go. So in order to make the next revolutionary film that changes the industry forever, you have to know where the industry came from. And films came from photography. In fact, the first motion picture camera was just a bunch of still cameras all lined up and taking photos simultaneously. You have to understand what you're building upon. You have to know the basis of what you are coming from. That's true in cinematography. My second point is you just care more about what you're taking. You can't just slap it on burst mode and just take 500 photos in 2 seconds and just pick the best one out. You have to line up, you have to figure out exactly what you want that frame to be, what you want the motion in the frame to be and to carry. And as a cinematographer, you want to start to think about how you're making your audience feel. I know I'm guilty of that quite often as a videographer. I just turn on record and I just shoot and shoot and shoot, and what I get is what I get. Going out and shooting 35mm film kind of reminded me that I need to be thinking about how I'm framing my shots a little better. Even in run and gun situations, there's an artistic way to display things that you can't control. The third and final reason that I think this is valuable to every cinematographer out there is just because it's freaking fun. It's cool to just have that feeling of creating something with your hands. A lot of times, those of us that are doing this professionally can get caught up a lot in the business and just getting ahead and just pushing and pushing and pushing. And it honestly kind of wears on you and it takes the fun out of it, because you have to think about where you're gonna go next or how this is gonna lead into the next thing or whatever. I find it very relaxing because I get to just go out and take a walk and just take pictures of what I see. Just take pictures of interactions, take pictures of buildings, of cool ways that things reflect off of other things, and I just get to document what I'm seeing. I don't use it as a means to get ahead, even though I still take into account a lot of things that I would professionally. I just take photos because it's fun. I get them developed because it's fun. I look at my negatives because it's cool to see things backwards and not how you normally see them. I think especially if you're finding yourself just kind of run down and tired and not finding much inspiration, I just get yourself a point and shoot on eBay and just go out and take some photos, see if you can get anything interesting, see if you can think of any frames that you can use next time when you're shooting a video. some angles that you wouldn't necessarily have thought about before. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm hoping to do this a lot more. Just tips and tricks, things I've learned, just some inspiration, and just start a community, start a conversation about filmmaking, about cinematography, about photography, and just inspire people to just do more, to just exercise more, and to just go out and create cool things. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you get notified every time I post a video. See you guys next time.